What is going on, everyone? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and I am your coach of the New York Noibats. It is Season 2, Week number 7 of the P4G. We are going against Cykomore and the Paris Politoeds. Cykomore is my French brother. He's a really cool guy. I recommend you guys go check out his channel. Link will be in the description below. Like I said before, he does speak French. Just a little disclaimer there if you guys are expecting an English video. But regardless, I would recommend you guys go check out his channel. Make sure you can see, his team builders, his sets, and things like that. So, you guys can kind of get an idea of what he's bringing, why he's bringing it, and that kind of thing. So, I don't think I mentioned this in my team builder, but I'm pretty scared of Lando T if it's like a Z Fly. I'm kind of anticipating that, or a Miss Magius with a Z Memento or something like that. So those are the two things I'm kind of looking out for. I'm kind of expecting him to be bringing a what's the thing? Either like Milk Tank or Zebstrika to kind of prevent me from just going for my grass stabs with a potential Tapu Bulu. But you guys can see right below me I don't have Tapu Bulu. Like I said, go check out my team builder. You guys can kind of see what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it. I'm pretty scared of this matchup. Now, we do have a pretty bad record as of right now. We're 2-4. Okay, so this is pretty much kind of what I expected him to bring. Not gonna lie, this is actually pretty spot on of what I was expecting. As far as what I want to lead with, I think I really want to lead with Hydreigon, if I'm being honest. I either want to lead off with Hydreigon or Crobat. I don't really have too much momentum for this game. I think I'm going to lead off with Hydreigon, just because it I can click Draco and just do so much damage to really any one thing. He doesn't have the Bisharp. Oh my god, he doesn't have the Bisharp. That is wild. I can't believe he didn't bring Bisharp. Okay, Mesprit is looking okay if I can get rid of that Cresselia. Mesprit's looking really good. I'm gonna lead off with Hydreigon because we're Scarfed. That's what I'm going to do. I could have led with a Crobat and kind of taunted something, but just, maybe you can get off good damage on any one thing, So I just want to say have fun, Psycho. This should be a really good game. I'm really looking forward to battling your very terrifying draft. I'm going to get rid of the mons that he didn't bring. So he didn't bring Zebstrika. So I can pretty much go for an electric move. He didn't bring Tentacruel, which is kind of cool because it's like I kind of expected him to potentially bring that because of it can outspeed Bulu and hit it with a Sludge Wave. So there's that thingy. I kind of want to just U-turn on this thing and go out into So, let's see. Because a T-Wave here would be kind of bad. A T-Wave here would be really bad. I think I'm going to U-turn out into my Raikou. I mean, he might just click Stealth Rocks here. Let's get the damage calc. Let's put out my Hydreigon versus a Milk Tank. Let's just say you're physically defensive, and Draco Meteor does a lot of damage, but it's not enough to kill. And T-Wave would suck. So I think I'm going to U-turn out into Raikou. Oh, he actually just switches out. He doesn't want this thing to take damage. He goes out into Lando here. Pretty good for me. I can U-turn on this. Him bringing in on me like this kind of makes me think he's like AV. Makes me kind of think he's AV. I'm going to, I think I'm gonna just go on to my chops here. I can go for rocks. Doesn't have a way to get rid of rocks. Although the icicle crash would be kind of nice. I'm gonna go for the stealth rocks here. A knockoff would be kind of poopy, but getting the rocks up and get that chip damage on everything is kind of nice. I'm gonna go for the stealth rock here. He might not want to take the ice shard. I don't have it, but he might not want to take it. Now, if Miltank does have Earthquake, it's going to be something I'm going to have to watch out for. I don't think he's going to want to bring a Earthquaking Miltank. So I'm not going to fear switching into Raikou on it. So my rocks are up. And there's the Cresselia. Le Crescent. And I'm going to go for the Roar here, because I'm terrified of this thing. I'm going to go for the Roar here. This man. I'm going to go for the Roar. This man has the Flame Orb, so he can't be Toxic. This guy is literally a genius. I think I might be tilting right now. I brought Toxic on so many things just to make sure that... Oh, I'm going to have to knock this thing off. Hopefully it goes for like a rest or something. Oh my god. This is awesome, I gotta say. I mean, it's not awesome for me, but just to see like such a cool set from Cykomore is actually really cool. It's actually really cool to see. Maybe he'll go for sub here. I'm gonna click Roar. He might want to click Toxic on me. But if he has like Toxic or something, I mean, I'll start getting worn down. And he probably doesn't have like Toxic and T-Wave. And the fact that he has the Flame Orb doesn't mean he has a Colbur Berry. So, this is okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, as long as it doesn't set up so many Calm Minds on me. I might be able to do some good damage with him, with like Shadow Ball from Raikou or a Dark Pulse from the thing. What if, doesn't this thing get Trick? This thing might have Trick. I just thought about that now. Doesn't this thing get Trick? Alright, he just withdraws. Alright. Alright, and we're gonna Roar him out. I'm gonna take a little bit of chip damage there. Alright. I'm gonna check real quick to see if this thing gets Trick. I don't know if it does. It might. Cresselia. Because if so, that could be something that he's running. He does get Trick. But do I think he's gonna run something like that? I think I might just click Roar again. I don't want to switch anything into this thing. Especially if this thing wants to, like, I don't think he's going to set up after I click Roar. So maybe I'll go into the Raikou here. And if he tricks me a Flame Orb, it's kind of bad. Because I'll be getting like that chip damage on me without like doing damage, but then he gets life. Then anytime he hits me, he gets Life Orb damage and burn damage. So maybe it's not the worst play in the world. I'm gonna go on to Raikou. I don't anticipate him setting up after just seeing me go for Roar. If he does, he might be kind of good. We're gonna see what he goes for here. There's the Psycho Shift. That's cool. Okay. Psycho Shift. That's interesting. That's a really cool way of, Now, does he get burned again? Okay, that's a really cool set. I expected the trick. I really expected the trick. I'm gonna go for the I think I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball here. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball. He might switch out a Milk Tank, but if he does, I'll just go for the Thunderbolt after that. But he might try to pivot out into like the Lando T. I'm gonna click Shadow Ball. If he brings in the Lando, then I can kind of scout to see if it's like AV or not. I'm gonna click Shadow Ball though. The Psycho Shift set is actually really cool. I've really wanted to bring a Psycho Shift set to so many different League games. Like you guys have no idea. Back when I had what was it, a Togetic at one point, I really wanted to run like a Rest Talk Psycho Shift set with some kind of like flamethrower or something like that. But we're gonna see how much this does. It does a good chunk of damage. We are going to lose some health here. He has Facade. Yo, this man is running the flames. Oh my god. Yo, I love Cykomore so much, you guys. You guys have no idea how. Oh my god. Nobody. I would have asked every single person in my entire like little team front office thing that I have. And if I would have said, what if he brings Facade, Flame Orb, Cresselia? What do you guys think about that set against me? They'd be like, nah, this dude, he wouldn't run that. That's a trash set. But look at it. It's got my Raikou all the way at 50% health. I'm taking burn damage and I'm taking Life Orb damage. This thing is getting weakened though. This thing might have rest as well, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. I might just click Thunderbolt here, because I think we're at a point where I'm gonna click Thunderbolt here, just in case he tries to switch out in a Milk Tank, trying to preserve this. If he goes out into Lando T, then I am going to be like, I don't have a switch in that, but you know, we're gonna try to work around it. This is an awesome set from Cykomore. I gotta say, this was really impressive to me. Really excited to see this. There's the is that the Lando? That is the Lando. I wish I would have clicked HP Ice. Really wish I would have clicked HP Ice here. Now, do I scout to see if he's do I scout to see if he's like Life Orb or something? I mean, not Life Orb, but if he's choiced. Because if he's choiced and not AV, then that kind of will affect how I want to play around it. So, being that we're burned, this is also, I mean, this doesn't really do too much to me anymore. I mean, this doesn't do too much use for me anymore. I can still hit things with Thunderbolts, and I can still hit things with Shadow Ball. But I think we put the Cresselia into a range where I can kind of click Draco on a couple things. So I'm going to just stay in here, see if he's Scarfed, and I'm going to try to get some really good damage off on him with Hidden Power Ice. He's not Scarfed. We go for the HP Ice here. Let's try to get some good damage on this thing. We get really good damage on this thing, and he goes for the U-turn. So he's not Scarfed. U-turn probably knocks me out here. It does. It's a crit. I don't know if that crit mattered too much, because of the, but this is good that he knocked me out on a U-turn. I'm going to go to my Raikou set. I don't remember how much HP I was at. Let's just do a Lando T. Let's just say you're the Flying MZ, which I think you are, and I think a U-turn. Let's just see how much a U-turn does to me. U-turn, yeah, that knocked me out anyway. So that is not a crit that mattered. I just want to point out that I love, like, I'm gonna say it again, I really love Psycho's set. I really do. I think we have a good I think we have decent momentum here, as far as, you know, we getting a little bit of chip damage on things, and I gotta make sure that we're saving the right things. Um, he might try to bring in his Mega Venusaur here, try to get his Mega off, but that kind of baits out my other thing. So if he brings out the Milk Tank, I'm going to go into my Hydreigon. If he goes for Infernape, I don't know what I'm going to do to that thing. I could go out into my my Piloswine and just click Icicle Crash on it, because I think he would go for the U-turn. Or I can actually... Alright, well, Mastodonte, that is the... Okay, that's that thing. He's at a really good amount of health to where I can kind of just go in with Crobat here. And... Well, if I go out into Mesprit here, and I click Sub, does that put me in a really good position? I think it does. I can't really do that until the thing is gone, though. I'm going to... I think I'm going to go out into my Crobat here. And his Lando's really weak. He probably brings in the Milk Tank, but I can kind of just go for a taunt on that thing, make sure it doesn't get up rocks. Alright, I'm gonna go out into my thing here. Or he might have the rocks on Dredagon, we'll see. And I can just taunt that. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to just go for a Brave Bird, because I think it's a pretty safe play. He doesn't have a real resist. So, we'll see. I mean, there's not going to be much that wants to take it. I could go for a taunt here, expecting to switch out into something. If he brings out the Crest, I have to go for taunt. I have to. He might just anticipate me going for a U-turn here and stay in, try to Synthesis up. I'm going for Brave Bird. It's a safe play. He can go on to Druddigon. I'll take a lot of damage, especially if he's Rocky Helmet. But I can taunt him, roost it off. I could taunt him and roost it off. And I want to make sure I taunt him because I don't want anything taking rocks damage. Don't want anything taking rocks damage. I really, really like Cykomore's prep this week. I really, really admire it. I think it's a really cool bring. Because I can't Toxic his Cresselia. I did get it weak enough to where I think we can kind of 2-KO it, so he can't really switch it in on too many things. If he has Rest and like Sleep Talk just to spread status, that's gonna be kind of interesting. There's the Drunk thing, so that's the Druddigon. I kind of expected that. But he's gonna take some rocks damage. He is gonna take a Brave Bird. So we're gonna be taking a lot of recoil damage and Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet, I think. So there's the Rough Skin. That's probably some Rocky Helmet, and then we're gonna take. So that's a lot of damage. I'm gonna go for the taunt here, I think. Just so I can kind of prevent him from getting up rocks on a switch. If he wants to go for Dragon Tail, that's okay, I think. We know he's not Sheer Force, so he can't really do too much damage, I think. How's my my lighting? I don't know if it's too... I think that's not really good. It's not an equal amount of lighting across my face. So we'll see. We'll see what he wants to go for here. I'm gonna go for the taunt. He might just go for like an Outrage or a Dragon Claw. I hadn't really looked into this thing's moveset too much. I know it gets a lot of different coverage moves. It gets rocks. I didn't look into it too much because I kind of figured that if he did bring it, he would want to bring it like physically defensive, like Rocky Helmet. Alright, and like, okay. So, with that, I'm going to, I think, Toxic this thing. I think I'm going to Toxic here. He might just go for like a Dragon Tail. So if he goes for a Dragon Tail here, I think I'm gonna want a Roost or Toxic. I think like there's a good chance that he brings in the Cresselia here. So it kind of makes me want to just Brave Bird. Brave Bird's not like a terrible play though. I mean, he's already like Toxic's like the good play if he doesn't bring in Cress. Roost is also a decent play. Like, I kind of want to Roost here, just so I can get all my health back. Alright, we're going to Toxic. We'll taunt the Cress next turn if it comes in. If he goes for Dragon Tail here, then I'm going to want to... Okay, so he just stays in. Then I kind of want to Roost, but like I don't know. He has Fire Punch. Okay. So if that's... Alright, just don't burn me. Alright, I'm gonna Roost now. I think he definitely switches into Cress here. Now that he's seen like my full moveset. I think he switches out into Cress here, but then I can kind of just taunt him next turn if he brings it in. If he brings out Infernape, then he might be Scarfed with like Stone Edge or something. But I do have a good amount of bulk. I think I can live one and then Brave Bird back. I think. Milk Tank comes in. I'm going to taunt it anyway because I don't want it to get paralyzed. I don't want to get T-Waved. I also want to say shout out to 6 Foot Hacks because he did recommend this bat set to me. So thank you to Leo. Really, really appreciate you, bro. So what is that? All right, so that's the Milk Tank. He could just Body Slam me. So he has the leftovers there. I'm gonna taunt him, I think. I'm gonna taunt him because I just don't want to get like T-Waved. I don't know if he brings like the Body Slam set with like the potential to paralyze me. Maybe I can always Roost up if he's like Power Up Punch or something with like maybe if he has like Thunder Punch or something. We'll see. Well, we don't know what this thing wants to do. Milk Tank can be ran a million different ways. And so far, he's brought some really heat stuff against me. I mean, we saw Facade Crest, guys. We never see Facade Crest with Psycho Shift. I want to just say that Cykomore, that is the godliest set. Like, that is probably the best set that I've ever seen ran on Crest. That I will definitely be bringing that to something in the future. So he's probably Curse Rest, I think. I could Toxic this thing too. Just get it, you know, whittled down. So I'm gonna just Toxic here. Honestly, this he has Facade on this thing too. What a god! Oh, that's a crit. Okay, so if I don't get critted, that doesn't do as much as I thought it would. Okay, that's a crit. Okay. This man is running a lot of Facade on me. Okay. I'm going to go for the Roost now. He might go for the EQ. But I think I can take an EQ. That's not damage I'm appreciating. I mean, we're still Toxic in... Like, we still have the Toxic damage that we're kind of, I might actually... Because this puts me in a situation where do I taunt this thing? And kind of, What is that? That is a really loud car. I kind of just want to go for the roost again. Kind of want to just go for the roost. We'll go for the roost here. Toxic damage is kind of doing a thing on him. If he wants to rest here, then that's okay, because then he won't be going for an attack. So we're gaining a little bit of HP back. Toxic is really going to start to rack up on him. This is what I love about Pokemon. It's like the mind games of like, do I switch out into something, take this facade, or do I like roost up, get all my health back, and like take another one, or do I just let this thing curse up on me? I think I'm gonna just go for the roost, because even if he does try to like curse up, I think we put it like after all the toxic damage. I think we put it into range where I can come in with the Hydreigon. So that brought me, so we're kind of evening each other out here. If he goes for one more, like if he goes for like a curse or something, that's fine. I don't want this thing setting up on me, but I don't think it matters too much because I can revenge kill it pretty easily. Like, honestly, at this point in the game, I can kind of just click Dark Pulse a few times. I'm gonna Brave Bird here. Just to knock this thing out. This Lando is now not as much of a problem. I kind of wish he would just sack off his crest. Really want that crest to be gone. After that crest is gone, my my Mesprit is looking really good for this game. The facade on so many different things is actually really amazing. Like, I'm very impressed with his prep. I'm very impressed. The Psycho Shift, that is on some god tier stuff, man. Like, I'm so impressed with you, dude. It's probably one of the happiest I've ever, like, one of the happiest moments I've ever had. Like, alright, so now we can see if this thing is scarfed or not. If he's scarfed and he kills me with like a Stone Edge or something, then that's good, because then I can kind of go out into my Mesprit here, because I think I can easily take a Stone Edge and like sub up, like it'll force him out. And I think he's in range of like a modest Ice Beam on his crest, like to the point where he can't switch in. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna go for a Brave Bird here. I think he's scarfed. He's not scarfed, he just lets this thing drop. Oh no. I don't know what happened here. So so Infernape's gone. That's the first member of his team to drop, I believe. He still has the rest of his Mons. I'm kind of confused on what happened there. Maybe he thought I wouldn't do that. Alright, I'm gonna go for the taunt here, just because I don't want this thing doing anything else, and then it'll take burn damage, and then I can kind of revenge it. So I'm going to taunt this thing. If he wants to go for the Psyshock and kill this off, that's fine, because then I can revenge it. Alright. We lived that. I didn't expect that. I'm gonna go for the Roost, just because it's my best play. I didn't expect to live that. I really didn't expect to live that thing. Just like kind of wondering what's going on. Kind of wondering what's going on here. Because I still have that nervous feeling in my gut to where it's like, I feel like anything can happen. I think my best play is just to taunt him. I think we're at a point where Scarfed, like, just wins. Like, Scarfed Hydreigon just wins. I'm going to taunt him here. It probably knocks out my Crobat, so it kind of messes up the differential in a little bit, because I think, we still live that. That's really surprising. I'm gonna just let the Toxic do its thing, dude. I don't mean to be like a toxic, stalling kind of person, because that's not who I want to be. I just don't have any other play. I don't have any safe switch-ins. And Crobat is just kind of proving to be like one of like the most useful members on my draft, in all honesty. Like last week it was kind of giving Leo a little bit of trouble. This week it's kind of hard for Cykomore's team to kind of break through, which is just kind of interesting overall. If we get to the point where I think next turn his thing kind of is gone. His taunt wears off next turn, I think. So we go from 22 to 109. Visage, depending on the roll, will probably bring me to 22 exactly. So we're doing equal damage, kind of, in a way. Like we're regaining as much health as we're taking. And this toxic damage is really kind of racking up. So we're at a point where I can kind of just click Brave Bird. And he'll die next turn. I'm gonna go for the Roost. Oh, I don't know if that's the right play. We're gonna Roost, and he's probably gonna die to Toxic. And there's 18, so that's a little bit of a higher roll. I think Crest dies to Rocks. It at least dies to Brave Bird. And I think this is going to be a double down here. Because I'm going to click Brave Bird. And I think after Rocks, if he wants to switch into Druddigon, then that goes. But then I just bring in my... So this will die here. I could have roosted, anticipating that. But I think after the poison damage, I think he goes down here. Okay, no, he just lives with like a sliver. I think I'm gonna go into Mesprit and kind of click sub. I think. Cresselia is pretty weak. Actually, I think we're at a point where, well, I got to get a little bit more damage, I think, on the other thing. I can't really, because Mesprit can kind of 1v1 a Mega Venusaur, so I want to save that. I'm going to go out into my family friendly because we're scarfed, and I'm just going to click Dark Pulse until I win, I think, or until it goes down. So I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse here. He might have Sucker Punch. He does not. Mega Venusaur should be able to take a couple of these. Venusaur. Let's just say he's like defensive. Level 50 versus a Hydreigon. Dark Pulse is not doing too much. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch... I think I'm going to switch out into Mesprit here. If he's like defensive, Mesprit... Psychic is into a KO. Sludge Bomb does quite a bit of damage. He might be like mixed with like maybe modest natures, but I should outspeed if he's like... I could go out to Mesprit here and just kind of clean up, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go on to Mesprit here. I don't like that I'm switching into it directly, but I think it's the overall best play because it kind of threatens him immediately. And I can take one hit. We have leftovers. So as long as he's not like sub or something, like he has Synthesis. Okay. I should still be able to 2KO him. I should still be able to 2KO him with a Psychic. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to sub here. We do speed type potentially. If he's max speed, then he'll outspeed me. If not, we'll see how this goes. Because, wait, he is... Did I kill the Lando? I did kill the Lando. So he only has the Crest and Mega Venusaur left, I think. I'm gonna go for the sub here. He might go for the Sludge Bomb, just for, you know, the damage. But I think we have this game. I just want to preserve differential as best as possible. I hope he kind of goes for Synthesis here, just trying to... Okay, I don't know if that'll break a sub. It does. Alright. So I'm just going to go for the Psychic then. And based off this damage, it looks like he might be mixed. The next one still knocks him out. And then we should be able to outspeed and like knock out his Crest with literally anything. So I think this is game. I could be wrong. I don't know how this will unfold. So Mesprit's going to knock out the Mega Venusaur there. So that's good. And then I think his Crest dies to Rocks if he still has that. I think that's the only thing he has left. That's the Croissant. Actually, it's a little bit to the point where it doesn't die, but I can kind of go for the Ice Beam here and just knock it out. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. And that should be a good game. I want to say thank you to Cykomore. He got the thing off. He has a lot of speed. He's like max speed. I have a lot of speed on this thing. That does a lot of damage to him, considering it's a Crest. I'm gonna go for the sub here. I'm gonna go for the sub, just to... Does he have Sleep Talk? Okay. This is only a potential issue. Well, I don't think it's too big of an issue because of he's not like sub Calm Mind. If he was like Calm Mind, He has to have like Moonblast or something, like a coverage move. I'm gonna just... Oh, I clicked Psychic by accident. I wanted to go for the Ice Beam. I misclicked there. I misclicked a little bit, but I think it's not too big of an issue. There's Facade. I don't know if that'll break a sub, in all honesty. It doesn't. Alright, so I misclicked there. Maybe we'll get a Spadef drop, and maybe that'll help us. Just to get the game over with a little bit faster. So I do apologize for misclicking there. That kind of dragged out the game a little bit more. But we're at the point where I think we have game. Just want to make sure, as far as differential goes, I think we're going to be okay. So that one should break this up. We know it's doing less than 25%. I think he goes for the rest here. He might just try to be, you know, preserving his differential, which I can definitely respect. But I'm gonna go for the. I don't want to actually go for the sub anymore. He might have Moonblast. I'm gonna. Like, this still could potentially like win him like the game. Depending whether or not he has Moonblast and if he puts me to sleep. This could potentially still win him the game single-handedly. Alright. The fact that he's a little bit faster than me is kind of upsetting. So he has Rest, Psycho Shift, Facade, and a coverage move. Rest, Psycho Shift, Facade, coverage move. It's gotta be Moonblast. I'm going for the Ice Beams. Rest, Psycho Shift, Facade. That's all that I've seen. I might try to just go for some Spadef drops, just so I can kind of guarantee that I'll get some nice damage on him with the other thing. I'm going to just go. I'm going to go for the Psychic, maybe get a Spadef drop. It's not. I don't know if it's my best play here. I feel like this thing could still beat me single-handedly. That's. Okay, he gets Rest. I'm going to go for the Psychic. Can I get a Spadef drop? Spadef drops might be the only thing that win me this game, if I'm talking in all honesty. Because I know Dark Pulse is going to do a crap ton of damage to this thing. Let's just say that he's like, just you use Showdown usage versus a Hydreigon. I mean, Dark Pulse does do a lot. But, like, if he has Moonblast and he gets it, and then, like, there's a chance that I can 2-KO him with Dark Pulse. So as long as he doesn't, like, get the, like, a Rest off or, like, in a Moonblast off, we should be okay. Although I think if I get him at -1, Spadef, Dark Pulse, there's a good shit. We could knock him out. Alright, I really want to see if he has Moonblast or not. He just keeps getting Rest. Does he have, like, 3 moves? I'm kind of confused. This is it's gonna be a long game, guys. I'm gonna just keep going for Psychics just to So he has the Rest again. I need to get a couple Spadef drops, I think, in order for me to win. Well, at least to safely win. If he has Moonblast here, then this could be a completely different story. Like if he Rest Talks. Wait, he has Rest Talk, so he can only inflict status on me. He can't. Oh, I am so dumb. All right, so he can't touch me with it. I just can't be put to sleep. All right, so we're good here, I think. I'm gonna go and switch out to Hydreigon now. As long as he doesn't put me to sleep, he can't do anything to me. He has Rest Talk. Okay, so that's his other move. mean, if he goes for Psycho Shift and puts me to sleep, that's okay. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse here. I'm very sorry for that, guys. Like, I just didn't and you get a flinch. Alright, so that's nice, I guess. Don't know if it matters too much because he couldn't hit me with a coverage move other than Facade. And that wouldn't have done too much to me. So I'm going to say GG to Cykomore. GG, my friend. It was an awesome battle. GG, my friend. That I'm not gonna lie, guys. That the heat of the Facade crest has probably got. I want it to go down in history as one of the best sets ever run on a Cresselia. If I had, like, I'm sure he was fearing Tapu Bulu and Mega Scissor, and had I brought either of those, this game would have probably been a completely different story. Having a lot of speed, being able to shut down both of those things is on another level of prep, and I just want to say, Cykomore, I appreciate you so much for enlightening me on such a heat set that could potentially mess my entire game up. So thank you guys so much for watching this battle. I will see you guys next week. I don't know who we play just yet because I haven't checked. Things have been kind of crazy in my life right now, but with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.